CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. Thanks for being here. We begin tonight with belt tightening by the provincial government and what it might mean at your house. BC's new finance minister delivered his first quarterly report today. It wasn't pretty. Resource revenue is down, way down, and with a deficit that's projected at more than $1 billion, something's got to give. That is not what BC's public sector unions were waiting to hear. CTV's Stephanie Sherlock has the numbers.
In his first quarterly budget report as BC's new finance minister, Mike de Jong drops a $1 billion bomb. To deliver a balanced budget in 3 years, the government must find ways to make up for falling natural gas revenues to the tune of more than $1 billion.
The way to show respect for taxpayers is to demonstrate that government can live within the means that taxpayers provide to it.
Critics say this optimistic attempt to balance the books could force the Liberals to change the law they created.
The Liberals have talked a lot about balanced budgets, but half the time haven't been able to achieve that, and they may well be in a position where, as in the past, the finance minister will have to come into the legislature with his tail between his legs and ask for a legislative amendment.
The province needs to cut spending by more than $240 million this year. Now, that could be bad news for its unionized employees who've been working without a contract since March 31st and who want more money.
None of what you've seen suggests that there is going to be any more money.
The Liberals have made it clear that the working people of this province are not their priority.
I understand that they said they're going to review the mandate for bargaining, but at this point, we don't necessarily know what that means.
Reviewing that mandate is just one of the measures the government is undertaking to get back in the black. Effective immediately, discretionary spending in government operations will be reduced. The wages of all excluded managers in the public service are now frozen, and there will be no hiring for any positions, union or excluded.
One day there was enough money to give somebody a pay raise, and 2 weeks later there isn't enough, so nobody else can get any. That to me is not fair.
And the opposition won't get a chance to question any of it in the legislature.
Absent an unforeseen event, it is unlikely that the House will sit this fall.
I'm surprised that the government is so lacking in direction and lacking in confidence that they don't feel that they could face the opposition in a fall session.
Stephanie Sherlock joins us now with more. Stephanie, the numbers did come as a bit of a surprise, and just as the Liberals were beginning to gain a few points on the NDP.
That's right, Hudson. Just a week ago, the Premier was promising a balanced budget by February, and now it needs to make up a $1 billion shortfall to get there in 3 years. Natural gas revenues, of course, and global economic conditions are being blamed. It remains to be seen how this latest news will affect the Liberals' popularity. One might guess the reaction might not be that positive.
All right, Stephanie Sherlock, thank you.
You're welcome.